Are you paying?
No, because I had to be there because I was there for my brother, so he's had to pay.
So,
for me,
are you, so Ben Artis is going to pay for you.
Of course he do. He's my brother.
I'll make sure he's tagged in this post.
Right, are we going?
Yeah.
Okay, good morning everybody. We're starting a new series to kind of finish off the season, and the new series is called Food for Thought. And the reason we gave the series this time, I think it was Craig that came up with it, is that we're in a season of Lent at the moment. Lent is kind of a time of reflection and preparation building up to Easter. And it's a time where people might give up food as part of that preparation, and so the title of the series is Food for Thought because we're in this season of Lent. And the phrase that stays is, those who are reflective gain a better perspective. That's the phrase that stays today. And when I was training to be a teacher, they would always emphasise the importance of being a reflective person. It didn't actually matter too much if you taught an awful lesson, as long as you were able to reflect on it so that you could improve it next time. And I think I've kind of noticed as I've gone through my life that if I'm in a situation where I'm charging through life at 100 miles an hour without taking that time to stop and reflect and think about the perspective I want to have on my life, then I end up getting my priorities in all the wrong order if I'm doing that, if I don't take that time to pause and to reflect. And so for me, my number one priority is my relationship with God, and then beneath that, my relationship with my wife. And you can probably think of various things that are key priorities for you, and you probably recognise as well that when you get in a state where you're just charging through life without stopping to think, then those priorities can get in the wrong order quite easily. And so part of Lent, part of building up to Easter is treating that as a time of reflection and thinking about, are my priorities in the right place? Thinking about what does Easter actually mean? If Jesus really did die and rise from the dead, what are the implications for the priorities of my life, etc. And as a team as well, we probably have some reflecting to do on last week, and throughout the season we reflect on things and think what we can improve, don't we? And so as I was reflecting on last week against Mansfield, there are probably a few things that came to my mind which, as I reflect, I think hopefully I gain a better perspective from that. First thing I think I reflect from last week is that we need to make sure we don't lose our heads, don't we? Things go rapidly downhill when we start to lose our heads with each other, with the referee, etc. I think it's all about staying calm and staying focused. Second reflection is that we need to stay positive. We need to encourage each other. I remember back to the St Albans game a few weeks ago where Tom Kite gave the team talk, and it was just such an enjoyable game to play in because throughout the 90 minutes everyone encouraged each other. Even when we went 1-0 down, everyone stayed positive, stayed encouraging, and then we came back and we actually won pretty easily at the end because we played our game properly. And last thing, as a reflection on last week, in the second half we just lost our composure quite a bit, and I think, I don't think we were at the stage where it's rare that anyone in this team would be accused of not trying hard enough. I don't think we have that very often these days. Like, people always try hard, but I think sometimes we just lack the composure within that. And so those are kind of my three reflections on last week. And I think if we get those three things right today, not losing our heads, staying positive, encouraging one another, and keeping our composure, then we've got a really good chance of beating these guys today. So St Albans, who I mentioned before, I think they beat Arena earlier in the season, so we've got a really good chance if we do those three things well. So I'll leave you with that phrase that stays. Those who are reflective gain a better perspective. Thank you very much.